experiences here working, I have a theory that haunted location would have paranormal things happen more because it like seeks out like paranormal.
These people went down there that work. Some of my workers has been down there in the bottom, and they swear up and down they hear things.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Like scratching, like voices.
Voices.
Phenomenon.
I don't want to go down there in the dark.
Yeah, where at?
Just down in the bottom where the trail goes, along the river down there.
All right.
It's funny, they were playing a Ouija board game last night down there.
Oh.
I've never done that in my life.
Some guests or like you and the other
Some of my
people that work
workers.
here? Okay.
Some of my workers were. And one of my workers, they gave her 2 bloody handprints on her back last night.
Uh-oh.
On her costume, she works in the insane asylum down there. And about 10:30 last night, they called me down there. I said, "What's wrong?" And she was like, "I've got 4 handprints on my shirt now." She's like, "I swear, I only went down 2." And I didn't want to believe her at first. And I still don't believe her, I said, "Y'all need to quit playing that Ouija board."
Yeah.
I think that's spirits or things.
Yeah,
I've never played one of them things. I don't even know what it's about.
So from my experience, spirits will try to communicate with us in different ways, and some of them will be, able to communicate via Ouija boards. Sometimes you need to have another device or spirit box or different medium. So sometimes this Ouija board will work, and sometimes it won't. It just depending on the spirit.
I got you. A lot of people believe here when I was in high school, they'd go to the Hell's Gates.
That's what we had heard about Hell's Gate.
And
they
swear up and down about that.
So that's where we actually want to go tonight, but we're hearing that security would be pretty bad, and you probably wouldn't be able to get into the investigation.
I don't know if it'd bother y'all doing what you're doing.
Really?
But the people going down there just drinking and hanging out, yeah, they gonna. I don't blame them, They tear the graves up.
You think it's worth a shot to go and try to get some evidence?
I ain't going down there. No. Ain't no way.
Even after 19 years.
Oh, no.
Never been to Hell's?
Nuh-uh, man.
And why?
We went down there one time when I was in high school.
Okay.
And we pulled up down there, and a lot of satanic markings and stuff. These are old Civil War headstones and stuff, And they took satanic markings everywhere. It was literally fresh goat heads hanging in a tree down there. And when we got out and walked down through there, I'm like, this ain't my cup of tea, fellas. That scared me to death right there, My first thought was somebody killing me down there, instead of looking for ghosts.
Seems like a sacrificial area.
Oh, yeah. And these people go down there and believe in that stuff now.
So you think there's a lot of Satanists that go
Oh,
to Hell's
yeah.
Gate? Is that why
it
has the name Hell's Gate, because of Satanists going down there? Or?
I don't know how it got its name. I don't know. I don't know how it acquired that name, but it used to be an old Civil War cemetery. They had big iron gates, and they've destroyed them. That's where most of the satanic worshipers went,
But there's a lot of rituals that happen at Hell's Gate.
Yeah, I don't know what they believe in down there.
How was that cemetery set up pretty early after the Civil War?
I don't know. I think you can Google Hell's Gates. I think I forgot what the original name of that place is. We've just always known as Hell's Gates growing up, I've been here 45 years, and it's always been called, Hell's Gates to me.
Would you say that's probably the most, maybe haunted or
Right,
frightening?
old mental ward up there behind Spartanburg Technical College.
What's it
There's
called?
an old mental ward right there.
Oh, mental ward.
People used to have a basement in it. I don't know if it's still there or not. Danny! My buddy would know. But it's an old mental hospital. And they swear up and down they hear people in there talking. That was, when word like that gets around, that's just not my cup of tea. That stuff scared me to death.
Would you call yourself a skeptic, a believer?
That's a good question. You know, I've went to do something wrong one time, and I could swear I heard my grandpa. He was a real Christian man. Speak to me and tell me, call me out before I'd done this, not to do that, And I never believed in that,
Right.
Never been a spirit believer,
And he was passed away at
Oh
the time.
yeah, he got my attention. That's the only time.
And how old were you at that time?
Oh, about 15 years old. I told my mother about it. It scared me to death. This was in the daytime too, It's ain't nighttime, laying in your bed thinking you hear something or, it's daytime. Yeah.
Someone reaching from beyond the grave
Oh,
can be
yeah,
a
I'm
terrifying
like,
experience.
Yeah, that scared me to death.
Shaking the floor.
Hey, and it might have been true, Might have been for a reason.
Could be. I mean,
Yes.
We've heard a lot of stories about, in a similar vein.
But I don't know how haunted this place is. There was a guy years ago killed his daddy. There used to be an old bridge down there. It was an old Reval Road bridge. And he pushed his daddy off that bridge.
How far away is that from here?
Where this bridge is. You see that big concrete bridge?
Yeah.
Well, about 100 yards up the river there, it used to be the old Reval Road bridge. And supposedly he pushed his daddy off that bridge down there. And I don't stay down there in that bottom, but them kids, they heard about that, and some of them say they hear, so it's just hearsay to me,
Yeah.
I'd want to be one of them.
Well, that's
Prove me right if it's true,
That's kind of our job. Is we hear stories and we have to go investigate and see if there is anything there or if it's just a legend.
I don't like going down there at night cutting power off. I'm 45 years old, buddy. It's just something people don't sit and think about. I guess if you sit, and thought about it, I guess everybody would have some type of story, whether you believe it or not.
Something unexplained to me.
That's right. That's
Well,
right.
and a lot of people do. More than anybody would think, but I guess that's why people watch ghost hunting shows on Travel Channel and stuff like that. But I think we're really trying to cut through that crap because I feel like that's a lot of drama, forced
TV.
drama, and we want to get to the truth.
Okay. Travis, what was the mental ward up there at the police station called? You know the old mental hospital everybody used to...
I do, I don't remember the name of it. No, they had no TB hospital up there.
TB, that's it. Tuberculosis hospital. That's what it was.
Are you talking about Herclots Park?
I have no idea.
Is there a tuberculosis hospital in Spartanburg?
It was in
Spartanburg, and there's one in Greenville as well.
Really?
Yeah.
This was a tuberculosis center near the
Okay.
police department. Now, when I was in high school, you hear all kinds of stories about that place.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
What stories? Do you know any?
Just seeing people, hearing people talking to them. That, like I said, that wasn't my game. I wasn't no part of that. No. Some of my buddies enjoyed that stuff, I have a hard enough time sleeping.
What about creatures? Cryptids or some type of, folklore creatures that people swear they've seen.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, Cowpen's up there. That guy swears up and down he's seen that Wampus up there at Wampus Woods. He even wrote a book about it.
I don't know much about the Wampus. Do you know anything about the Wampus?
I believe it's supposed to have 3 eyes.
Yeah.
It's like a wolf creature.
Yeah.
I'm excited to know your books on it.
Supposedly he'd wrote a book about that.
Okay.
I don't know if it was something to attract business or,
Yeah.
I'm gonna the prime. If I had a old tuberculosis hospital and it already had back history, this place would be a gold mine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's got a
Yeah.
storyline to it.
Right.
Everybody asks me, "What's your storyline?" I don't really have one. It's just a nice, cool, dark hollow down there, and we got it set up to scare people. So I've never encountered no monsters or nothing like that. But there's some girls down there in one of my rooms. They swear up and down about that Ouija board now. They believers in that. That's a fact.
Are they here?
Oh yeah, they here. They'll show you the bruises, man. You always see all the pictures they got on their phone where she woke up the other morning. Supposedly all these bruises are on her legs.
Is there any way we could maybe talk to them or see those photos? Like, are they here right now?
Yeah.
They don't have no. I'm fixing to call it off. I'm fixing to close down.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
And they'll all come up here.
Yeah, just let us know when we have to leave. You know, we
You all right?
Okay.
All right.
Great.
Cool.